My Pookie Bear, my king, Joshua Van did it. But at what cost? We're gonna talk about how Joshua Van and Brandon Royval was literally fight of the year, probably the best fight I've ever seen in my life, bro. Like, let's be honest. Flyweight, one of the best divisions. I've been saying this for a fat minute. If you haven't seen my flyweight video, bro, I love the flyweight division. I've made so many videos about flyweights, and bro, this fight right here just goes to show you how amazing this division is. That Demetrius Johnson had this thing on lockdown, and now it's finally happening. That this division is growing, and hopefully, if Pantoja loses to my Pookie Bear, which is probably not gonna happen, which we're gonna talk about in this video, but let's get on to this fight first. This was an amazing fight, bro. From the beginning to the end, Joshua Van and Brandon Royval put on a show to the point where Dana White still gave Brandon Royval his show and win money, and he gave him fight of the night. But obviously, this was, winner of this was gonna fight Pantoja next, and I'm so happy Joshua Van got the dub because he showed how amazing his boxing is, how crisp he is on the feet, especially against an opponent that's taller than him, putting more output than him. Brandon Royval was literally just throwing that jab out there, throwing straights, and they just cooked. It kept cooking. If this was a 5-round fight, bro, this would be one of the best 5-round fights of all time. Like, honestly, this felt like a title fight. The way these guys were swinging out there, the way that they were just connecting on combos, it was amazing to watch. This was an amazing fight to watch. Like, I need the UFC to put this fight on YouTube, because this is one where if you're like sad or you're bored, you could come right back to this fight and watch this because of how amazing this fight was. Brandon Royval, the reason why his nickname is Raw Dog is because he is that dog, bro. He literally put his name and number on the line against one of the top prospects in the flyweight division. Joshua Van, riding a 4-fight win streak, fighting the #1 contender, knowing that with this win, he would fight the winner between Pantoja versus Kai Kara-France, which we're going to talk about in this video. He goes out there, and he puts on a show against against Brandon Royval. And Joshua Van just looked good out there, man. And it was like 1-1 going into the third round. I know the scorecards was like 31-27, but dude, you got to give the second round of Royval a little bit. Royval was piecing up Joshua Van in some moments, bro. First round, I'd give it to Joshua Van because he was out there. Like, anytime they came in close, he would throw the overhand right and would land it. And eventually that would be the punch to drop Brandon Royval and for him to win that fight. That third round was so close. It could have gone either way, but luckily Joshua Van, my Pookie Bear, got it done with that overhand right. The right hook, drops Royval, and he gets the win. He gets the win. This dude's career is insane. At 23 years old, only 2 years in the UFC, after losing to Charles Johnson, he's riding a 5-fight win streak. He's fought in like less than a year, bro. I don't even know, bro. This guy is just so active, and he goes out there, beats Royval, and he's gonna fight Pantoja next for the belt, because we knew Pantoja, we might as well just get to him. We knew Pantoja was gonna beat Kai Kara-France, bro. We knew it. I knew it. Like, the moment these guys were walking out, the aura that Pantoja was getting when he walked out to many men wish that upon me. Like, yo, and I'm just there like, oh yeah, Pantoja about to smoke Kai Kara-France. And he did, bro. He went out there. He looked really good on the striking, but dude, fight starts and he shoots a takedown right away, showing how dominant he is, man. And he went out there in the third round, got the rear naked choke against Kai Kara-France. Shout out to Kai Kara-France for trying to at least get out of it, even though that is like Like, you can't get out of that rear naked choke. That's his signature move. Let's be honest. That's Pantoja's signature move, and people got to start respecting Pantoja. And I'm gonna say it right now. He has to be higher on the pound for pound list right now. There's no way this guy is ranked 10 on the pound for pound list when he's defended his belt multiple times, has beaten these guys multiple times. This guy should be like at least 4th or 5th in the pound for pound rankings. We need to start respecting Pantoja right now, and I'm gonna say it right now. He is the flyweight GOAT. Like, we can talk about DJ has way more wins, more title defenses. Dude, the guys DJ was fighting, they weren't as good as the guys that they are now. Pantoja, 2 wins against Royval, 2 wins against Brandon Moreno, 2 wins against Kai Kara France. He's going up against Joshua Van. I'm not even going to say, because I might cry if I say he's going to lose, but he might. Like, Joshua Van might lose. He's going to lose to this guy. But Pantoja's just that good. He's cleaned the division. He swiped everybody from the division. And if you really think about it, after the Van fight, what is next for this guy? Like, I don't even know. That's why I'm here thinking, like, don't even make the Van fight. Like, I know Pantoja like wants to be the king of this division, but the thing about this division is that he's already cleaned the division, and it's like we know he's gonna win. We want a nice up and coming prospect, and it's Joshua Van. This fight, it could either go 2 ways. This fight, Pantoja submits him in the first round, or Joshua Van catches this guy with one of the luckiest punches we'll ever see, and he wins. But I don't see that happening, dude. I just see Pantoja, and this hurts because I love Joshua Van, but I just see Pantoja dominating him on the ground, dude. And mind you, Joshua Van's only 23. I said in my Joshua Van video, if he loses to Royval, it's a learning experience. This man's he's already at the top. He's already at the top at 23 years old. Like, and Pantoja, yeah, he's what, 34, 35. He doesn't have that much time left. The UFC, father time comes at you quick, depending, in the lighter weight classes. But Pantoja, he can go for double champ status if he wanted to. I just think he's really focused on being the GOAT of this division. Like, he wants to be named the GOAT of this division. He wants to take that away from DJ, like, and I think he already has, bro. I think he's too dominant. He's submitting guys now, dude. Before, he didn't have finishing potential like that. This man almost lost to Urseg. We were here complaining like, oh my gosh, like, that was a robbery. Urseg deserved it. This man went out there and he's already defeated so many guys, man. He's already finished so many guys. He finished Kaya Sakura, submitted him nasty. He even ate a knee that we thought, damn, he really ate that. He has a chin. He comes at you like a zombie in the striking. And he's just too good. He's just too good. And I think right now Pantoja is the flyweight GOAT. In my eyes, I think he's the flyweight GOAT. I think the competition he's done, like, he's fought way better guys than DJ. Like, 2 wins against Benavidez and a win against Henry Cejudo. Like, come on, dude, that's nothing compared to what Pantoja's done, dude. Pantoja's done way too much right now, and we need to start putting respect on his name. And this is a Joshua Van video, so let me go back to Joshua Van. Joshua Van is gonna lose this fight. I'm happy that he won against Royval, but now I have to come back to come back to earth. The only way he beats Pantoja if he gets him with a lucky punch, or he goes out there and trains with Merab, or just go to Dagestan and don't come back. Do not come back until you're gonna be ready for this fight, because Van has takedown defense, but his takedown defense is pushing down on the head, getting your legs out, but that's not going to work against Pantoja. Pantoja is going to bull rush this guy to the cage and take him down. And Joshua Van, His boxing's really good. I think that's his only thing. I think that's the only thing that he has over Pantoja. His boxing. His boxing is super elite, and like they're the same size. So that's a huge advantage for Joshua Van. It's just the grappling, dude. The grappling, that's Pantoja's world right there. Pantoja's just that good. The only way I see Van winning this fight if this Pantoja thinks, oh, I could beat this guy on the feet, but Pantoja's not dumb, dude. He's one of the best champs right now in the UFC. We need to start putting respect on his name. But what I think is going to happen to Joshua Van, he's going to lose this fight against Pantoja, and they're going to give him either Brandon Moreno or Kai Kara France. Let's be honest. It's either going to be Brandon Moreno, Kai Kara France, Tatsuro Taira, if he beats Albazi, which I think he is. Someone who's coming up where he can test himself with the grappling. Maybe they're just going to put Tatsuro Taira. Joshua Van's 23 and he's already at the top of the division, and he's going to stay there for a while. He's going to stay there for a while. His boxing is just too crisp and elite for him to just take a drop. And if he just beat Brandon Royval in a close fight, it was a close fight, but he beat the number one contender. Like, mind you, Tatsuro Taira, if he would have beat Brandon Royval, probably would have got the title shot next against Pantoja. But he just couldn't beat Brandon Royval. Brandon Royval is like that gatekeeper of like, do you deserve a title shot or not? So I think Joshua Van at 23, he has so much time though. He has so much time. I think he's going to be like the next Brandon Royval. Like, he's going to be beating these top guys until Pantoja calls it a career or he moves up. I really think if I was Pantoja, if he really wants to fight Joshua Van, go ahead. But I think if I'm Pantoja, move up and try and be double champ. Make sure they respect your name, bro. And I'm not saying this because I'm a Joshua Van fan, but I think in some of our UFC fans' eyes, him becoming the flyweight GOAT isn't anything. Like, he could become the flyweight GOAT, but if he beats Merab Dvalishvili, if he moves up and he beats some of those guys there, he's gonna move up on the GOAT list. And I feel like he should. I feel like his time to go move up, he should do it, but he has way too much respect for Merab. That's another problem for the UFC. Like, man, we trying to see some exciting fights, but some of these fighters have way too much respect for each other. Like, Bilal versus Bilal and Islam, dude. That's like whatever. We're not talking about that. But it's too much respect for each other for some of these champs. And these are some of the fights that we kind of want, dude. Like, I want to see Pantoja versus Merab. I think those are the hardest tests for both of those fighters. I think Merab fighting Pantoja, that's his hardest test. Pantoja fighting Merab, that's his hardest test, bro. I need to see that fight. I want to see that fight. And whatever, I think Pantoja beats Van. He probably beats somebody else. We decide to call him the flyweight GOAT. Like, you know what? Like, no one's ever going to beat this guy in this division. He moves up to bantamweight and he finally fights Merab because there's nobody else left for Merab. He's probably going to beat Sanhagen. Probably going to beat whoever they throw him again. That's why I'm saying we need to see Pantoja versus Merab. It's going to help both of these guys' legacies, whoever wins. And like, that's the fight to make. That's really the fight to make. But Joshua Van, he's gonna be here for he's gonna be at the top for a very long time, dude. The UFC is gonna sign this guy to a long contract, dude. At only 23, man, look what he's doing, bro. He's not even in his prime, dude. Like, imagine if Joshua Van develops takedown defense, a grappling game. Like, dude, he's gonna be champ for a very long time himself. I can't wait to see this fight, though. I'm still gonna root for Joshua Van. I'm still gonna pick Joshua Van to win because he's my favorite fighter right now. And you know, I'm sounding delusional again, but I know Pantoja's gonna win, dude. Pantoja's that good, man. He's just that good. To me, he's the flyweight GOAT. But Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'm JNAPS MMA. Like and subscribe, and I'm out.